Hello, my name is Elaine, and by the raise of hand, how many of you know the difference between a fear and a phobia? Not many? Okay, see, this is typical because it's difficult to know the difference because people do not associate with the word phobia often because people usually say I'm scared or I'm afraid of height instead of I have acrophobia, which is the fear of height. So tonight I will teach you about the phobia by informing you what is the difference between a fear and a phobia, causes and symptoms, how to treat a phobia, and top 10 common phobias in US. To begin, I will first define a fear and phobia. Helpguide.org states that the fear is adaptive human response and serve as a protective purpose, activating the automatic fight or flight response. And according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, a phobia is an exaggerated, usually inexplicable, and illogical fear of a particular object, class of object, or situations. For example, fear would be when a person experiences butterfly when peering down from the top of the skyscraper or climbing a tall ladder. On the other hand, phobia is when a person turning down a dream job because it's only on the 10th floor of the office building. They sound similar to each other, however, phobia is more stronger emotional and physical reaction than fear. Now that you know the definition of phobia and the difference between a fear and phobia, you need to know there are 3 types of phobia. According to an article from Medical News today, the 3 types of phobia are specific, social, and agoraphobia. First, specific involves a disproportional fear about specific situation, living creatures, places, activities, or things such as dogs, dentists, or flying. And social is the excessive anxiety of interaction with other people or in social situations such as going to a party or giving public speeches like this. And a person with agoraphobia is frightened of finding himself or herself in situations where there's no escape, so they have hard time traveling or going to simple places like a mall or supermarkets. And there are several causes of phobia, and same article from the Medical News today states that the phobia is caused by stressful situation or experience or frightening event or parents or household member who has phobia, which the children become progressively aware of the phobia. So therefore, if a parent has cynophobia, which is a fear of dog, the parents will prevent themselves or the children from interacting with the dog. So this will root the fear of dog inside the child's mind. And phobia causes panic attack, and which leads to symptoms such as sweating, trembling, increasing heartbeat, dry mouth, nausea, confusion, chest pain, choking, hot flashes or chills, butterflies in stomach, and abnormal breathing. However, phobia is not curable, but there is effective treatment, which is psychotherapy and medications. And an article from the medicinenet.com indicates that cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, is used for psychotherapy. CBT uses 3 techniques which are didactic, cognitive, and behavioral components. First, didactic involves educating the individual about phobia and set up the positive experience for therapy and promote cooperation from the patient. Then, cognitive helps them to identify thoughts and assumptions that influence the patient's behavior. And lastly, behavioral employs behavior modifying techniques to teach individuals with the phobia for dealing with their problems. Also, medications used to treat phobia, and the most well-known medication is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, which is known as SSRI. And SSRI is used when CBT is not effective, and SSRI affect levels of serotonin in brain, And serotonin is a hormone found in central nervous system that controls mood. And while researching about phobia, I found top 10 common phobias in US. And psychologyAbout.com listed the top 10 common phobias are arachnophobia, which is fear of spider, opidiophobia, which is fear of snake, agoraphobia, which is fear of height, agoraphobia, which is fear of situations that is difficult to escape, cynophobia, which is fear of dog, astrophobia, which is fear of thunder, lightning, and trichinophobia, which is fear of injection, and social phobia, which is fear of social situation. And this one is hard to pronounce, but pteromohanophobia, which is fear of flying, and mesophobia is fear of germ and dirt. And tonight you have learned about difference between a fear and a phobia, three types of phobia, causes and symptoms, treatment, and top common phobias in US. With this information, I hope that you are now familiar with the word phobia more and understand that things that mean nothing to you can be life-threatening to someone that has phobia.